Hey everybody, we made it to the YouTube live. I know, this was crazy. So I was just over at TikTok and of course I am doing a double live. So what will happen is I will post the beginning of that and then we will keep going over here. So the reason that I'm doing that is I want to give everybody on each platform an opportunity to basically see what we're doing, right? So if you were not over there, we went ahead and we made some Betty Crocker chocolate chip cookies, and I have already gotten them ready. Very lovely. Very, very lovely. So now what we're going to be doing is we're going to go ahead and we're going to be making the sugar cookies, if I can find the sugar cookies. I know. Where can I put those sugar cookies? All right. I found the sugar cookies. I found the sugar cookies. I found them. So the sun is kind of sunning. Sun is really bright, so I'm having to move all of this around. So this is the bowl. Butter, sugar cookies. So these are the sugar cookies that I'm using. Now, the trick for perfect sugar cookies is after we do all of this stuff, all of it, we want to freeze the sugar cookies for 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. And the reason that you're doing that is because sugar cookies is a very fine cookie. So it will get really runny. Really runny. So now let's begin. So this is the same stick of butter that I used for the chocolate chip cookies. Each one needs half a stick of butter. And remember we talked about not melting the butter. This is still chilled butter. The reason we're not melting the butter is if it's with chocolate chip cookies, you don't melt the butter because it will compromise the chocolate chips and it will make it runny and you won't actually have a chocolate chip. The same with the sugar cookie. If you melt the butter, it will compromise the sugar, which is what this cookie is made of, pure sugar, a little flour. So that's the importance of that. So I'm going to grate this. I like to grate my butter because it makes for a more professional cookie. And I'm going to try to be on a live on YouTube probably once a week. And then once people realize I am over here, we can do twice a week. And then once we keep going and we keep going, I want to thank everybody for the subscriptions. We have gotten to almost 60 subscribers on YouTube. That's a dream come true. I hope you guys are enjoying the cooking sessions that I'm doing. A lot of these cooking sessions I'm doing for you so that you guys can have the best holidays possible without spending so much money. Just because we got money don't mean we won't spend it. That was like the favorite thing my mom and dad used to love to tell me. Just because I got money, it don't mean I want to spend it. And I have to say, over the years, I agree. Just because I got money doesn't mean that I want to spend it. If you know me, I'm going to set this aside so I can save it at a later date. I'm going to go ahead and get the excess butter. And it looks just like cheese, right? That's what we want. I want it to look like cheese. So then I am going to add the sugar cookie mix. Next, I'm going to add a tablespoon of water. go. It's getting there. You see it? It's turning into a fine powder. That's what we want. Yeah, look at that. It's turned into a sugar cookie. See? We did it. Lamosinas. All right. All right. So now we have done this. And I want to say it's going to tell me this makes 4 tablespoon mix, makes 2 cookies. They lying. They lying. You heard me say it. So you heard me say they was lying because they was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. With the chocolate chip cookies, because I did not do a jumbo, I got 6. So I will probably get 6 sugar cookies out of this as well. And I'm just using a tablespoon. And then, yeah, this is perfect. This is perfect sugar cookie mix. I did it, y'all. We made perfect sugar. I like to make them a perfect ball. You see why I said it? The sugar, you can see the sugar particles. You don't ever want to compromise it. So always make sure when you do cookies that your butter is chilled. The more chilled your butter is, the better. If you are running low on time, always put ice water beside you and then put your butter in the ice water for about 20 to 30 seconds and then use it, and then that will do the same effect. Sometimes you just don't have the time to freeze it. Sometimes I don't got that time. Sometimes I will buy that butter, use it. So that's why I say a quick little shortcut is just on time. Always carry a little something on the side so that way you can maneuver the time that you need, right? This kind of reminds me of fufu. If you look at it, it looks like African fufu. And I leave my comments on so that if you have any questions about the cooking technique, we can have that discussion. And also, food is a conversation. This is the last one. And what do you know? 6. I got 6 out of it. So this is this is what we did. So we have 6 sugar cookies, 2, 4, 6. And then I have 2, 4, 6. So now we're gonna put them in the oven and we'll wait 12 minutes and then I'll bring them out and we'll see what they look like. And so we're clear, the instructions say 375, but if it's 350 for a non-stick cookie sheet. This is a non-stick cookie sheet, and it is also a gas stove. So I will do 10 minutes because I just like to make sure that with a gas stove, things cook hotter and it can actually burn it. So you want to just make sure that you time it correctly. So for me, that's how I time things correctly. All right, so over on that side, I like to discuss why we cook. And I haven't done that on this side, so we'll do it. I do have a self-love journal, but this self-love journal is not in my product description. It's not in the page description. So we're not going to talk about this. I do think everybody should have self-love though. Self-love is a wonderful way to level up. You want to level up? Love yourself. And even on the back, I write a little note about it, right? That self-love can be easier said than done. It can almost seem selfish to take time out of your day and just focus on the things that you want and need. Self-love can positively affect our lives and help us adjust to life's twists and turns. Self-love can also be an example for others who may have trouble expressing their own. With this journal, I hope you find different ways to love yourself and you find the happy place within yourself so that you can feel the love, not just from others, but from yourself. So with this one, I usually write every day like 10 things I love about myself, 10 things I love about the world, just things that, it's simple things. Like I love my hair today. I love my lip gloss. I love the fact that my gas stove works. I love that I got a new microwave that has a Lex on it. So it's just those little things open doors for gratitude, right? And I'm always a gracious, humble person. So that's it. But there was also, this one is in my description box, Good Time for the Holidays. This is your ultimate guide to creating unforgettable holiday meals with over 30 mouth-watering recipes that will delight your guests and will fill your home with warmth and festive cheer. We have a cornbread crab stuffed fish. We have pork cutlets with a cranberry pork sauce. Each recipe is crafted with love, passion, and a touch of culinary flair. So enjoy these classic favorites like my mother's bread pudding with whiskey sauce, or my honey glazed Christmas snack mix, or surprise your family with those refreshing dishes like a cranberry avocado salsa. The reason I'm bringing this up is because I noticed that some of our best recipes can come from a holiday cookbook. It doesn't always just have to be for the holidays, right? So this is why this book is so important and wonderful. Now with the Good Thyme Gal cookbook, this book is good for all occasions. If you read it, it says, Good Thyme Gal Cookbook, delicious, effortless recipes for what? Families, get-togethers, or special occasions. So that's all the time. And these are recipes that I have used over years and years and years. Some of these are my father's jack mackerel recipe is in here. My mother's punch bowl cake is in here. My grandmother's better than sex cake is in here. I have a Valentine's Day menu. We have all kinds of wonderful, this I believe has 30 meal plans and over 90 recipes. So this is a really valuable book. All of them are. So this is what our legacy is about. Our legacy is about teaching you guys how to cook. And it's also teaching everybody else, you know, about food equity and why cooking is such a wonderful thing to do. I'm gonna move this so my lighting looks a little better. Does my lighting look better? It does. But so no, that's what this is about. These are available on different platforms. They are, again, in my product description. So if you feel like, you know what, I want to go check it out because I really like what we're talking about. And I really want to try cooking at home because prices are going to continue to rise. Delivery is going to continue to get ridiculous. What is a quick way to do it? A lot of these recipes are under 30 minutes to cook. A lot of these recipes, minus the chuck roast and the herb crusted steak, and I think the prime rib sandwich, everything in here is also about 20 to 25, likes. I'm sorry, not likes. I meant minutes. It's about 20 to 25 likes. No, minutes. So that's what this is. It's about food equity, cooking really good things and making sure, and it's an illustrated cookbook. So you get to see kind of what it should look like when we cook. And again, it's a four-course cookbook. So you're gonna get appetizers at the beginning. I couldn't decide, but I wanted to do appetizers. So this is your list of appetizers, right? And then when we get through the appetizers, You're gonna get to the main dishes. And my main dishes I really like because I did a vegetarian option. There's an option, a protein option for every type of foodie. If you like vegetarian dishes, we have two. I made two dishes for each. So there's some type of variety. Or if you just want to try a vegetarian dish, it's always a wonderful thing to do, is to try new foods. When you try new foods, you're open to new experiences. You're more likely to travel. You're more likely to have fun. And you're more likely to adapt to changes. A lot of people don't understand that, but that's true. That's why you want your kids to try new food, right? Is because it'll make them more apt to adapt to changes. And then, of course, after we do our main course, the grilled salmon with fall chutney, it's delicious. Then we go to our desserts. So this is our third course, is the dessert. And we've got some really lovely desserts. We've got a sugar pumpkin pie. We've got classic lemon bars. We've got a butterscotch cinnamon pie. Yum, yum, yum. A pecan torte. A bread pudding with a whiskey sauce. This is my mother's recipe. She is so stoked that I am sharing this with y'all because she feels everybody should be able to have a bread pudding with a whiskey sauce. And I want to point out she doesn't drink. She's got a heavy hand, but she doesn't drink. So we usually let her make the eggnog. And we usually let her make the bread pudding because people who don't drink don't know when enough is enough. You know what I mean? So we're like, the eggnog is brown. We'll take it. This whiskey sauce is strong. We'll take it. So that's usually how we do that. After the desserts, we have our hors d'oeuvres. And I've got some kid-friendly recipes in here because, again, this is a holiday recipe book. But also, it's a great way to make memories, right? I love to cook with my kids, and I think some of our best memories I have. And I remember asking them, like, what is your favorite thing that you like about mama, right? Like, what's your favorite thing that you like? And, you know, I thought for sure they were going to be like, oh, well, I remember you bought me this, or I remember you bought me that. And my daughter was like, I remember when I was sick and you would make soup from scratch. I was like, what? You remember that? She's like, yeah. And we would watch all these fun movies and you would just cook for me. I was like, oh my goodness. And then I asked my son the same thing. And he said, one of my favorite memories is when we cooked together. And you would let me taste the seasoning salt as we cooked. And I was like, oh my God, I'm wasting money. I'm buying all these gifts. And they talking about the love I give. I was like, oh. I felt robbed. That's our time. Let's check our cookies. Not yet. Since it's a gas stove, I just put it on for an additional 5 minutes because, again, I would rather it be underdone and I can continue to baby it than to put, like, oh, I'm going to put 8 minutes on it and then I get it and then the cookies are burnt, right? This is also a lesson in cooking, which is patience. Sometimes you have to be patient. Sometimes you have to wait for it to act accordingly, and sometimes it doesn't. And that's another good thing about cooking is I like to show you guys my cooking because I like for you guys to see that sometimes I make mistakes and I don't lose it. The number one thing with life is you're gonna make a lot of mistakes, but you don't need to lose it. Teaching people how to feel rejected and redirected instead of feeling like it's the end of the world is a really big lesson, and I hope that we all learn. Also, misjudging people. I feel like with this journey right now, this is teaching people that we don't misjudge, right? We always stay aware, but we don't misjudge, right? We let people's actions, emotions dictate who they are instead of listening to what other people say that they are, instead of lurking on social media to find out who they are. Yeah, we don't misjudge. We just keep going. We keep going. So there is a special that I am running. I am not running it here. I have a seasoning line. I have a seasoning line. This is this. It's so beautiful. Look at that lovely color. It's so nice. It's beautiful. They're beautiful. When the sun hits them, I just want to keep them forever. But no, I have a seasoning line, and on TikTok right now, if you purchase the books, I do give you free seasoning. The seasoning is available on my Etsy store, and it's the same. It's called Good Thyme Gal. Everything that I do is called Good Thyme as the ingredient gal, and it's going to just continue to get bigger and bigger and bigger. We started as a food and lifestyle blog. Then we got into competitive cooking. Then we became a chef. Then we became a cookbook writer. I want to say we're at 11 cookbooks right now. So we're just going, because this is what it's about. This is my personal legend. My personal legend is us learning how to cook, learning how to be productive when we cook, learning to cook with purpose, learning to live on purpose, right? And that's a double entendre, right? I'm living on purpose. I'm living with intention, but I'm also living the purpose that I have been put on earth to do. Yeah, let me do my little, So I'm super excited. I love sharing you guys. I love sharing food and stuff with you guys because I think it's a conversation that we can all have, right? Let's talk about food, about love, about some chefs crashing out right now because they don't want us to buy. They don't want us to stop buying from places who don't want us. I think that's hilarious. I can't believe, like, just cook. You got one job. You got one job in this world, baby, and that's to cook this food, to tell folks about this food that can save your life. If you get distracted from that, things can happen, right? If we don't live our personal legend, if we don't live a good life, things can happen, bad things can happen. So that's why it's really important to trust your gut. That's why it's really important to follow your path, no one else's. That's why it's important to bow out gracefully if your time has come. That was something that I had to learn when I retired from my previous profession. Was I have to bow out gracefully, right? I can't continue to overwork myself, be underpaid, be stressed out, be worried about things that I shouldn't be worried about when I could just bow out. When I know that I have a gift, right? This is a gift. So why not use it? Spread the word so other people can feel that joy, right? Because this is such a joyous occasion. Like I have not stopped celebrating. I'm just always like, after this, I'm always like, oh, where's the champagne? Boom, celebrate. And it's great. I also, yeah, because I just published a soup cookbook. Yep. I will post the soup cookbook in the channel description as well. But yeah, my life is full of celebrations. And I hope that your life can be full of celebrations. And it doesn't have to always be a party. It can just be you celebrate living. Like, oh my gosh, I woke up on time today. Oh my goodness, the sun feels great today. Oh my gosh, I like my hair today. I like people today. I like people today. Some days I'm like, I like you. I like you a lot, but not today, right? Let's check on our cookies. All right, I'm gonna show this to you guys because this is what we call possible done, okay? This could possibly be done. All right, so if you notice, the edges are kind of brown, right? And but they're still shiny for me, right? These are still a little, I'm gonna give it 4 more minutes. 4 more minutes, and then it will be done. And then I will let you guys go. Thank you so much for tuning into this live. This has been so much fun. And hopefully we continue to do it. Like I said, maybe I will do Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, and then the other place Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. We also have another place where after TikTok did that weird shutdown, we went there too, and we're a hit. We're a hit in China too. So now I've been asked to do lives there. So I'm going to do there too. So this is going to be fun. My days are going to be filled with doing lives and delivering food, which has always been my dream. It's not. Honestly, my dream was to start a small bakery and have cute little old ladies with big hats sitting out front, sipping lattes and telling me, oh my gosh, Good Thyme Gal, these croissants are delicious. So we'll get there. Right now, we're just working on eating pasta in Italy. Yes, goals. We've got goals, people, goals. So that's where I'm at right now. So no, at this point, everything I'm doing is, it's not even just a learning experience for me. It's about, you know, building my confidence. I've had so many people in my life tell me things like, you can't do it. You're cute, but you're not smart. You're smart, but not smart enough. Yeah, that shit. Yeah, that shit. So at this point, I am proving to myself that I can do it confidently with grace and understanding. And that's been a big thing in my life is I let people say whatever they like. I enjoy proving them wrong, and I enjoy people underestimating me. I love that shit. Like, oh, you underestimated me. You're so cute. You're cute. Right? So I think that's probably why I'm so strong in my purpose. That's why I'm so driven, is because the majority of my life, I'm 43. I know, but I am. And the majority of my life, I've had so many people, men especially, tell me what I could and couldn't do. So I'm at a point in my life where the things they said I couldn't do, I did. Okay. Then on top of that, I did it well. I just keep succeeding. So why would I continue to listen to somebody, anybody, when it's obvious I know what I'm doing? I'll wait on that. Yeah. And I think maybe you should ask yourself that too. Who's been misleading you in your life? Who's been making it really hard for you to listen to your inner voice? There's a lot of outer saboteurs here, folks. They are projecting how they feel if they were you instead of how they should be as a friend. Because a real friend, they're never going to say you're dumb, you're too dumb to do that. They're not going to say that to you. They're going to say, oh my gosh, I think that's a great idea, and I'm going to help you get there. So it's little stuff like that we are crushing, and I enjoy it. I enjoy crushing people who believe that I'm inferior than them, because I'm not. I'm humble, and I enjoy being humble, and I enjoy having wonderful friends around who know who I am and know my worth. All right, let's check on the cookies. I'm gonna say we scored. We scored, folks. Look at that. I didn't freeze them, but you know what? The butter was so well done and so well preserved, I didn't have to, but look how perfect they came out. They came out looking almost exactly like the package, which is what I wanted. We did it. We did it. We made cookies. We made cookies on our first live. So I'm so proud of you guys. So, so proud. So happy. So this has been a wonderful, wonderful live. It's been successful. And I want to thank you all for showing up. Please feel free to purchase my books. They're available on Amazon as well as TikTok, okay? So I want you guys to have a great day. Thank you so much. All right.